Hey everyone, welcome. Really excited for those of you who are able to join us live here today. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Steve Gerten, CEO here at Agent Legend, and we're excited to release several of the new features within our platform, predicated on maximizing the return on your database. So, over the series of weeks coming up, we'll be releasing AI powered agents within our platform. The purpose of today's conversation is going to be more aligned with the first iteration, which is your always on 24/7 database manager. So we're going to give folks just a few more minutes to join. And then we'll jump right into just a few slides, kind of highlighting some of the main features and benefits of the solution. And then we'll pivot over to a brief little demo for everybody here. So, for those that are attending live, I see we got about 17 or so people already. Feel free to comment, jump into the chat. If there's any questions that you've prepared heading into this, I know we have a lot of our existing users joining us. If you've logged into your account already today, you'll see some new UX and UI that is now featured within the platform, and you will be able to kind of navigate some of these updates for yourself. For those of you who are returning or considering returning to us or are brand new to us, you can feel free, go to our website and create an account for free. And you guys can actually start navigating the platform on your own and get a feel for it. There's no credit card required, any of that. And you can get a feel for the power of what we'll be presenting with the database manager here today. So, with that being said, I think we will just continue with our presentation here. We want to be mindful of everybody's time. We have an hour allocated here today, but I imagine we'll be able to get to questions and answers in about 30 minutes or so as we use our time effectively. So the goal of today is the release of the database manager is to finally give back the power to our customers and the information that you have flowing through, whether it is your CRM, whether it is through your loan origination software, whether it is through a third-party provider that is providing you activity in your database, and to finally allow you to harness the power of that information and converting your database into an asset. Most people are renting that information and they don't really think about how can they use that to generate more predictable, scalable, and transferable cash flow. And that's what the database manager is here to help you solve. So before we jump right in, for those of you who have been with Agent Legend for a number of years, or if you're new to us, you know that we have been around for quite a while. We've been around since 2013, and we're the OGs of communications. That is what we have been since our inception. So drip campaigns, allowing our customers, real estate professionals, mortgage professionals, and home service professionals being able to respond immediately, just as if you were available 24/7, to be able to book appointments and insulate new opportunities and then consistently nurture those opportunities over time. We have nailed communications, compliance, and deliverability is the heart and soul of our platform. What we're here to discuss today is where we are heading with the first release of obviously what we have here today. But in the coming months, quarters, you're going to start having more resources built on top of AI and big data. That is the platform that we are now presenting here today, where we are building dependable AI powered employees to just help each and every one of you profitably scale your business. You're probably using these or ChatGPT in some capacity already today in your business. And so imagine now having fully autonomous experts that never quit, never get fired, and just continue to get smarter over time to allow you to go further faster and lessen your dependency on hiring people. Building what we are building are inside sales agents, people that can assist you with automatically having conversations and booking appointments so that you don't have to hire those roles, high turnover opportunities that consistently distract you from the work that you want to continue to get it done. Transaction coordination is on the horizon. How do we use AI and building you employees that can automate and enhance the current people sitting in those seats? 24/7 recruiting. How do we assist you in that communications barrier that does exist in bringing warm opportunities booked directly on your calendar? And then all of this is predicated on we're still the OG of communication. All of the platform that we already have within Agent Legend is the catalyst behind it, and built on top of what you're going to see here today is more of the data component and using that information to help you go further faster. And so today we're going to be discussing the always on 24/7 database management, the database manager, as you're going to get into this today. And so this, if you log into your account, is available to you. And for those of you who are new, this is available to you if you just create an account. For anybody on this call, you will have free access to this. So we encourage you just to explore this as we continue to move along. And so let's get into the root of why this exists. So my background is more on the buying and selling of businesses. I also ran a real estate business, and we oftentimes used our CRM, but there was a ton of activities that flooded our team, and it led to a lot of distractions. We hear oftentimes the ding factor that a lot of the platforms that we were investing in would say, hey, we want to wake up your database. We want to generate activity, which is good. But if you are assigning humans or assigning automated technology, like an Agent Legend, for example, towards the wrong people with the wrong message, it led to an impact in our profitability and overall just productivity for our team. And so we oftentimes had headaches with, hey, who do we focus our time and attention on? And at the end of the day, we were giving our data away, right? We were paying these platforms for them to generate activities. Some of the activity led to opportunities in our pipeline. Yes, it certainly did. But at the end of the day, we weren't able to analyze that activity, iterate, and then get better over time. And so with what we're releasing now is giving back the power to allow each and every one of you to just harness the incredible power that your data has. Each and every single day, you're collecting a tremendous amount of information, and we want to turn that information over to help you create a more sustainable and predictable business for the future. So, hey, where do we focus? What we're trying to illustrate is we get a lot of activity, a lot of dings coming in through the door, people clicking on emails, people viewing properties, people that are trying to vie for your attention. And when your business is predicated on successfully converting leads into commissions, being laser focused on the right people becomes absolutely paramount. And so one of the problems we have is that we rely on just the first party information that we get from each and every one of our systems or lead providers. And that first party information is generally who just came into our CRM, who's clicking on properties, who's viewing emails, clicking on certain things, who's viewing properties, et cetera. That information is helpful. But we all know that there's a lot of tire kickers out there. There's a lot of time wasters out there. And so the secret sauce becomes, how do you narrow the focus down to the people who are actually showing intent? Yes, activity is important, but when you supercharge that with the intent, that's where the true magic happens. And so that's what your 24/7 database manager does for you. Her name is Lily. And we named her Lily, lead intelligence being the core of this product. And what she is able to do is harness all of the incredible power of those insights that you're collecting from your favorite platforms, the ones that do help you add people to your pipeline. But she takes it a step further. She is able to understand at the household level who that lead is, where they are in their path to purchase. Are they 12 months out? Are they showing no indication with their viewing behavior online, what they're watching, what they're buying? And we want to help you focus on the people that are at the bottom of that sales funnel. And Lily does that each and every single second of each and every single day. And so she is living and breathing in that database. And so if you run a business that has somebody employed that is currently in charge of trying to mine the gold that's already in that database, she can enhance that role. She can assist that person to do their job and make them more effective within your operation and dropping more profit to the bottom line at the end of the day. If you don't have somebody in that role, Lily can be a very affordable option to just make sure that each and every single investment that you're making in a lead provider, as well as into your database or a third party tech platform, is analyzed appropriately and helps you segment the incredible information that is already in your database. And she just provides clarity. She provides clarity and focus and can be used as your right hand person to inform your sales team, to inform your marketing team, and to inform your operations. And so she plays such a vital role. And this is why, as we go back to the suite of AI agents that we are building, why Lily is the first to be released, because without understanding who to focus on, we can't yet determine what to say to them and how to prospect them effectively so that you can add more opportunities to your pipeline all on autopilot. So, with that being said, I am going to now pivot into Agent Legend and share with you just a brief introduction of how she works and also some of the features that might be able to assist you in your day to day, whether you're in real estate, whether you're in mortgage, whether you partner together in those verticals. And then for those of you in the home services or insurance verticals, know that this is applicable in that realm as well. So I'm going to pivot over to our platform. So first, for those of you who are existing users or returning users, you'll see a completely new interface. So we've refreshed the background, added some new coloration, helped with the navigation within Agent Legend to refresh and bring a new feel to your experience in working within our platform. And so the goal here is we are connecting Lily directly into your CRM of choice. We connect to just about any CRM that is available out there. If you don't see your CRM listed in our database, then certainly reach out to our support team and we can assist you. But the key here is that with a simple API key, we're able to connect directly into your database and we get a push-pull of the information of your contacts. And so with a name, phone, email, and a property address is preferred, but not always required, what we are able to do is in your local market, for example, I'm in Minneapolis and St. Paul, what we are doing is we're looking at who recently bought or sold property in our marketplace. And then all we're doing is looking into your database and saying who looks like those people. And that helps us have a better indication of activity power is part of what we are doing in terms of determining who to talk to. But that intent signal, the third party data set that we have accumulated that powers Lily. Lily is powered by artificial intelligence, number one, but she's also powered by big data. And that big data play allows us to connect to a household level, over 270 million households across the country. And we're analyzing over 1,600 unique behaviors at the household level. And so we oftentimes get those questions around like, where is this data coming from? So what we do is we buy that data from third-party data sources. So think Experian. Think when you opt in for cookies, those sites repackage that information and sell it to companies like ourselves. And now we are handing those insights over to you. So think about the largest companies in the world are doing this. When you see an ad start following you on your cell phone, they know you almost as well as you know you. And so what that allows is for those big brands to provide a better experience for you. And that is the core of what Lily is going to enable for you is how do we create a better experience for every lead in your database, no matter if they entered the database today. Yes, absolutely. We want to help you convert those opportunities that arrive today. But the best lead source for every one of us is what's already in our database. We paid for that opportunity at some point, whether I paid for it via a lead generation company or I paid for it with my time going to an open house, sponsoring the local soccer team. And I've entered in this information into my database. And now the key is, how do I get smarter with my approach so that I can reach the right people at the right time with the right message? And Lily is the foundational element of this. So let's go through a couple of vital elements here that are going to be very helpful for you if you turn this on within your specific database. So the first thing I'm going to highlight is the match rate and the percentage of opportunities that Lily is effectively able to manage on day one. What this is we know that there's dirty information that we always want to clean up. As we enter the end of the year, this tends to be the great opportunity for us to clean things up, either purge bad information from our database. In our case, Lily can actually go out and help you enrich your database. She can go out if you have missing names, or sorry, missing phone numbers, missing emails, incorrect phone numbers, property addresses. She can go out with a click of a button, and you can now enhance and supercharge your existing database to give you a better foundation from day one. We're analyzing, in this case, in my database, there's 75,000 contacts that I have in that database. That is a gold mine. Now the trick is, who do I focus on? And how do I predictably have the right opportunities to either assign to my sales team? Hey guys, I need you to focus on these opportunities, irregardless of the date that they were entered into our system, irregardless of if they've been active on our site. Lily understands if they're active somewhere else. And that is huge, because with your systems, you're blind. You're blind to that information. And now you have the transparency and visibility all right here. We are analyzing, in this case, 13,372,072 unique data points across this entire database. It's a big number, but again, it's showing how we are distilling it down to, at its truest sense, all we want you to do is focus your sales dollars or time on the bottom of the funnel prospects. And then you automate and you do the things up here that don't cost you as much time and money. Those are email automations, maybe some low cost direct mail campaigns that you continue to bring those people back, retargeting campaigns, etc. But where the true profit lies is focusing your time and attention on this bucket here. So before I go into this, the goal of how we built Lily right now is one click away, being able to get a list of contacts. For those of you using, some of our favorite CRMs, I always use the follow-up boss example. When you create a smart list, imagine now you're creating smarter lists. And so we have the ability to focus in on, of this database of 75,000 contacts, really 3,500 contacts are sales qualified. For those of you who know the difference, marketing qualified and sales qualified, we really need to focus the time and attention on these sales qualified leads. But instead of just giving you sales qualified leads, because Lily knows who these people are at the household level, she understands, is this a first-time home buyer? Is this a move-up buyer? Is it a downsizer? Is it an investor? And so those are the segments that we have built directly within here for you. We've also taken that a step further. So now I know who are my first-time home buyers. Of my first-time home buyers, we've also created personas. So for those of you with your marketing caps on, if you're in charge of the emails that are going out, or if you are a third-party platform tuning in, imagine now being able to power better emails that are more personalized based on our personas. And so we got 5 different generations of buyers and sellers out there. And we also have 5 different generations of agents. So how do we marry those two up as you start assigning leads within your database to the right agents to successfully convert them as well? So you can assign based on the persona, the lead type, and now I can really go granular and get deeper into how I want to analyze the existing database that I have at my disposal. So I can look at household income. Do I want to just focus on people? I have a listing at 1 million plus. Do we want to go into our database and find the people that have household incomes greater than 250,000? That's quite valuable. What type of loan programs do I send to people who are in that bucket of 50 to 100,000? You now have access to that information at a click of a button. If you're in markets like our friends in Southern California, in Houston and Dallas markets or in Miami, we now can help you understand what is the best language to speak to each and every single prospect. And as we get into the next phase of, well, we've identified the opportunities. Well, Agent Legend is a communications platform. Now imagine being able to build texts, voicemails, emails, video texts that are hyper relevant in the language that they prefer. So you're speaking in the way that they want to be spoken to. One of my favorite ones is, how do I audit my lead sources? We have, in this case, this person only has a limited number, but you can dissect this in any which way. If I wanted to look at Ylopo leads versus realtor.com leads, I can do that. So I can sort however I want, and I can go into, well, let's look at my first time home buyers within Ylopo, and perhaps there's a retargeting campaign that we can engage on. Who are my investors within these databases? And so the ways in which we've seen our beta testers really carve up this information and deploy it throughout their organizations has been fascinating to watch. But what I want to show you again is, okay, great. This information is fantastic. But what do I do with it? So when I click in, I just clicked into the hot leads bucket, and you could do this in any way. I could have clicked on any of those modules, but to show you, these are actually opportunities that are hot leads. These are the 3,494 opportunities that are in my hot leads. What I can do is I can just select this entire list, and I could do a couple things with it. I could export it, right? I could export this to a CSV file and run a direct mail campaign. In our case, we run handwritten letters. Great, go and do that. I can also add tags back to my database. This is huge. I can now assign based on the segment and build a campaign that's hyper relevant to this group of individuals, all back into my pride and joy and my CRM. So Lily is giving you the access, telling you how to build a smarter list of contacts, and then we inject that right back into your database. If you're using our communications platform for our users that are on this call, you can, if you have a campaign already designed, or if you're using our conversational AI, you can assign these opportunities directly to a campaign that's readily available as well. And so we give you that information at a click of a button. Again, I can continue to dissect this list and continue to whittle it down for whoever and however my situation entails. And so all of those great dashboard features that you saw previously are all available when you click in, so that, again, your list of leads changes all along the way. So with that being said, I'm going to pivot back to the rest of our slides. That's the highlight of Lily today. She is going to continue to have new enriched information coming through the dashboard that you will see. Items such as who's a refinance candidate versus a purchase loan candidate for our LOs that are on the call. We're releasing others that are going to be, from feedback from our users of items that you wish and hoped would be valuable. Like I mentioned, we have over 1,600 data points. And so what we want to make sure is that every data point that you see within that dashboard is truly actionable, and that you can continue to see the results of when we get smarter with who we're talking and we're reaching the right people with the right message at the right time. You see higher response rates. We are seeing consistently 4 to 8 times higher response rates right now versus just choosing leads at random. And so if we can now focus our attention on the right opportunities, that's where the true profit lies. And so you can finally close the loop on those opportunities that perhaps you generated 12 plus months ago. And that's what we're super excited for you to finally experience. So we are cruising along. We're only 30 minutes in. I imagine there'll be some Q&A that we want to address as well, but let me highlight next steps. So for our existing users, you could scan this QR code. It'll take you, you guys know how to log in. Lily is readily available. If you do not already have her activated, it's as simple as entering in your API key and selecting your CRM of choice. And so very simple. And for those of you who are new or returning, same process. Go to our website, create a free account, go navigate to Lily, and you can literally turn her on in 3 to 5 business days. Our team actually makes that connection. And what we are doing is, because I mentioned it's local, right? So if you're a team out in New York, we have our engineering team on the back end with each and every one of our customers. We hook you up to that regional model so that, again, the predictive nature of Lily, she is hyper local, hyper relevant to what you're doing. And then when she's connected, what we do is we schedule a call with you to go through the opportunities that are in your system. And then from there, it's a matter of you have it for free for 14 days. You can take action on it, and plans start as low as $99. But we do give you free access to all of this great information so you can start figuring out which opportunities are the ones to capitalize on as you're moving forward. So I'm going to open it up, guys. That is what I wanted to cover. Broad overview, and then I'm happy to continue to answer questions as we move along here, as we go through the Q&A section moving forward here. So with that being said, I know our team is kind of answering some questions in the chat, but I will open it up if the team wants to add questions to the screen here, and I will answer them accordingly. Okay. All right, Simon, you got a list of 270,000 contacts. So, yes, gold mine. If those are opportunities that have opted in, there's two great use cases for those that we are working with. Lily is incredibly powerful for those who have secured opt in from leads, right? So you can actively communicate with them or call them accordingly. The other side of it is we are doing a lot of work with, if you are doing direct mail, if you're doing, uh, that's a great use case in terms of how do we actually suppress leads, right? So you might be spending money on people that are never going to buy from you. And so what Lily's able to do is take that list and allow you to focus your budget on the best opportunities within that database. We do a lot of the analysis before some of our clients are deploying those campaigns. Versioning is big too. We work with the marketing departments in terms of, okay, I got 270,000 contacts. Let's focus on 25,000 of them. Those are the people bottom of the funnel. Great. Let's focus there. And then of the 25,000, let's get smarter. Let's make sure that our creative for the first time home buyer is different than the creative for the downsizer or the move up buyer. And our calls to action are different. And so you get a lot smarter again with using that information and understanding who you're talking to. So you have hyper relevancy with those executions. So hopefully that's helpful for you. Simon, cost to join. It's cost per contact. It's free. Go sign up, and we'll analyze that database for you. And then it's just a cost per contact as we're moving forward. We bake it into a package. So depending upon if you want our communications platform, if you want, it depends on the types of leads that you have when we do the analysis. But again, all based on the size of your database. We're encouraging everybody just to sign up. If nothing else, there's no cost to you if you don't decide to move forward. And we can also focus on just a subset of that database to fit your budgetary request. Yeah, Steve, good question. So they are coming from FUB. So if you're a Follow Up Boss user, go to the integrations page. You'll see Agent Legend. We actually have a direct integration into Follow Up Boss where we have an embedded application that will deploy the communication. And that was a big reason why Lily exists is in our world, communication costs continue to go up. And so how do you scale that effectively over time? And now we're able to say, let's focus every text or every voicemail, video text, you name it, on the right people. And that is key. Now you're focusing that intentionally versus we see a lot of the just checking in or you do a long-term nurture campaign, but you're really nurturing people at the wrong time. And so you can set up a long-term nurture with action plans and follow-up boss that's just email focused. And then we focus as they move down the funnel when they hit the sweet spot of a sales qualified lead. Lily will tell you that you tag them in the system and then you enact more of a text-based campaign. Some cases it's assigned to an ISA if you have that, or if you have a team of agents, they can work those opportunities for you. Tanya, we will make sure that we get you. This will be we'll send this as a follow up. But again, if you just go to agentlegend.com app, thanks team, they can go in and help you sign up there. Don, great to see you, sir. Yeah, absolutely. Setup is some of this looks overwhelming. Literally, it takes just an API connection. If you do not have a database, or for those of you who use Agent Legend as your CRM, we can actually just use the existing opportunities in our database. The key is that we have good data. So for Lily to actually connect that name to a household, we generally need phone number that's accurate, email that's accurate, and a property address is gold standard. That helps with that match rate. Again, Lily also enables all y'all, if your data is dirty, it allows you to actually enrich the data with a couple clicks of the button. Our team will do that. There is an added cost. It's anywhere from 4 to 8 cents per contact, but we only charge you for the data that we provide back to you. John, absolutely. Great to see you. All of this will be sent to you if you registered, get sent out to everyone so you can view it. John, you're already an existing user. You'll see this now the next time that you log in. So happy to set up some time with you. Yeah. So, Steve, we're including Lily 2 weeks. That gives you the opportunity to analyze. So, think of that as like your database analysis. You'll connect with a member of our team. And then if you're not an existing user, we will select the right plan for you. If you're an existing user, it's included in your plan, no matter which subscription that you have. Just to be very clear, Lily is now included with your plan. We're not going to turn it off. So, thank you guys for being existing users of ours. And we'd value any and all feedback as we continue along. But know that Lily is included in your active subscription right now. Great to see, John. I'm glad you like Lily. So Lily is actually, for those of you, so lead intelligence is Lily lead intelligence, but Lily is actually the name of my youngest daughter. She is the smartest one that I have, and so she got the privilege of having the name rights to our database manager. As we continue to roll out more of these AI agents, these are going to be assets for each and every one of you to power your business, whether it's relevant. I know there's a ton of different business models in here, but the AI revolution, I mean, the AI advancements are so profound right now that for those of you who are still dipping your toe in, maybe you're trialing with ChatGPT. We focused on the data play and what AI really enables first, but think about communications coming next as more consumers are adapting to AI-based communications. That is real, and so we would be doing a disservice if we did not unlock the ability for conversational AI. I know there's some users that may be on here that are in that group and cohort right now, but there is more applications to come of what we're going to be helping you power in your business. Ron, can AL be our CRM? Yes and no. We have intentionally built our system around communications for a reason. Communications, it's kind of, it's tough to be everything to everyone, I guess is the best way to put it. We do have some clients that do use us for a light CRM, but no, we love it when our users bolt us on to an already powerful CRM. And you have different CRMs at your disposal. We're happy to give you our 2 cents on the ones that we know, like, and trust. You heard Follow Up Boss earlier. That is by far our deepest integration. But as we now, what we're working on is how do we deepen the partnerships with those CRMs by just giving their users access to this information. I mean, that is the core of this. If you take nothing else, is that all the time and money that you spend investing in building a database, we want Lily to harvest that information for you, empower your business. We all exit, right? We all exit. We all get buried in the ground. So what happens? And most people in the industries that we serve, they oftentimes don't have an exit strategy. And Lily is a great conduit to it, where she's going to help you generate more predictable, transferable cash flow to somebody else in the future. And that becomes quite powerful when no longer are you renting that information. Harvest it, have that asset at your disposal, and then it's about deploying it in the right way that drops more profit to your bottom line. And that's the intentionality behind the product here. All right, guys, if the questions are coming in a little bit lighter, we can stick around for a little bit longer. If folks are logging off here, feel free to reach out to us. Like I said, your best next step is going to be going to our website, activate an account. If you already have an account and you want to turn it on, you know the steps in which to do so. If you have any issues, our support team is on 24/7 chat bubble in our application. But we do really appreciate everybody's time and attention. Coming today, we will be doing weekly webinars coming up with some of our partners and how you can apply this with some of your favorite platforms. So if you have a tech stack and you want us to find a way in which to collaborate with those vendors, please make those connections. We're already seeing incredible traction with some of our partners. And this is just the beginning of what we're working on, guys. So with that being said, thank you all so much for attending today. We're going to give you nearly 20 minutes or more of your time back today. Please reach out to our team if you have any questions whatsoever. Thanks, everyone.